be brave. Is there anything good on the radio? Turn it up loud and let me know how it used to be before anyone heard of you and me.
Hi there, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. If you are sat on the sofa today just chilling, then this is the wrong video for you. I am hoping that this video inspires you and motivates you, so brace yourselves. I am going to be just sharing organically through the week what I've been up to, what I'm trying to change. There's nothing drastic, honestly, but it's just hopefully an uplifting video that can inspire you if you need to feel some inspiration to change little bits and bobs in your life. So what I think is that, you know, if we all do our best to live our best lives, we have that massive impact on our own lives, but it also impacts everyone around us. And so how we show up in our life impacts everyone else as well. So I think it's really important that we prioritise ourselves sometimes and, you know, do the things that give us that happiness and make us feel good and give us that little boost as well. So hopefully this video inspires you today. That is my mission, so hopefully it does. So one of the first things I've done is I joined the gym. I know, who am I? It's been a while since I've been at the gym. I think a good 2, maybe 3 years since I actually stepped foot in a gym. But I decided I wanted to start running again. So one of the first things I will say is, for me, moving my body makes a massive difference on my health, and, you know, just trying to eat healthy alone doesn't do anything for me. Massive sidetrack here to say I am trying to go on a bit of a weight loss journey, but I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. But I don't want the focus of what I'm trying to do to be weight alone. I think, honestly, if I'm being real, weight, our body size, is the least interesting thing about any of us. It really, really is. But for some people, it's just like their sole focus. What I want to focus on more is health and that balanced approach to just feeling my best, not just physically, but mentally as well. You know, I want to protect my health and my well-being, but I want to, you know, maybe try and lose that little bit of weight as well, so that I can keep up with my little boy who is just running rings around me at the moment. And I want to keep my heart healthy and just feel strong in myself as well. So that's kind of like my why at the moment, is just to feel my best, and so that I can keep up with my little boy as he gets faster and faster. So that being said, I decided to start running again. So if you don't know me, I have ran in different phases of my life, and when I look back in life, the times where I've ran are the times that I felt the most myself. I felt the most content in my body, I felt the most stable in my mood, and I've just felt the most motivated. Some of my best thoughts have come when I've been running. You know, it just gives me so much clarity and just so much peace, and it just turns my brain off. I've said to you all before, gardening does that for me as well. When I garden, there's no other thoughts that come into my head than, you know, what am I going to weed next? What do I need to prune next? Running is the same. It's just like one foot in front of the other, and I just zone out, and it's just such a nice place to be. Not gonna lie though, that's not how it's been for me the last few weeks trying to get back into running. It's hard, right? So what I'm trying to do is get myself back to that place of being physically fit enough to run, so that I can get that mental clarity back. That is my aim. So yeah, here just thinking about what it is that you love to do. Is there any form of exercise that you absolutely adore? Could be dancing. A lot of people, it's walking. You know, if you've got a dog, even if you don't have a dog, just getting out there, giving yourself a little step goal and trying to meet that, you know, a few times a week. So I set myself originally the very optimistic goal of 3 5k runs a week, and I don't know who I thought I was, but I can't even run 5k at the moment. So I'm doing the C2 5k app. It used to be free, it's not anymore, which is very frustrating, but it's sort of like an interval trainer, so it gets you to build up that stamina to be able to run longer. So that's my goal. My goal, you know, in the end is to do maybe like 3 30-minute runs a week, because that's what I can fit into my current schedule, and fit around my son as well. So that's my aim. And when I think about it, you know, logically, I think that's not really that much time in a week, you know. An hour and a half is not that much time, but the massive impact it's going to have in my life, it just absolutely is so worth it to me. When I look back in life, I can remember like living in New Zealand, and we just loved running. We ran every single day on the beach, and it's just like, was that my life? Like, really, was that my life? I can't even imagine. It just feels like a dream, you know, at this point. But anyway, that was my life. And I used to run 10k. 10k! Who am I? Like, I know it's possible. I know it's possible that I can do it. So I want to get back to that point, and I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. So yeah, I've been to the gym this morning and I just wanted to sit here and talk about this. It might be quite a boring start to the video, but I'm hoping that it inspires you if you've been someone who runs, has been a runner in your life, that hopefully it gives you that little bit of that spark, you know, to get back to it, or that spark to get back into whatever it is that makes you feel good. Because I think moving our bodies is so underrated, but it gives you so many positive endorphins, and that's what I've been craving lately, is just that runner's high. Yeah, I've been craving that. So yeah, that's the first thing I've been doing. I've also been going for a walk. I mostly daily walk. Some days I go for a longer walk. So I'm trying to go for sort of like a longer walk and adventure around my area at least twice a week, and it's been so nice so far. I've actually found a lot of places I didn't even know existed, which is just incredible. There's so many local woodlands to explore, especially on a sunny day. It's my favourite thing. Just pack up a big bag, get in the car, go for a drive. It's so good for my mental health, and we see so much wildlife. I love to go and see the little ducks. And we even spotted a squirrel as well on this day, which was just so cool. We don't see them very often, so I get really excited when I see one. But yeah, it's just so nice to just be outside, hear all the birds tweeting. There's just that sense of peace and calm, and I'm also effortlessly getting in more steps for the week and just moving my body as well, which just feels amazing. And it makes me really grateful for the area we live in. And there's nothing like nature to make you feel small, and any of the problems you've got in life just feel minuscule compared to how grand and how amazingly beautiful and big the whole world is around you. It's what I've always loved about nature. I want to thank AG1 for sponsoring today's video. They are an amazing company and I am so happy to be working with them again. AG1 is a comprehensive and convenient blend of over 70 vitamins, minerals and other ingredients, including gut-friendly bacteria, antioxidants, high-quality mushrooms and so much more. Just one scoop of AG1 once a day contains all the nutrients you need to support your mental performance, energy, heart health and immune system. So I'm 30 this year. I can't quite believe that I'm saying that. Oh my goodness, where has time gone? But I'm feeling it. You know, I creak more than I ever used to, and I'm just feeling a lot more, everything's a lot more effort these days, you know, and I'm feeling it in my bones. I feel achy to the core, and it might have something to do with the small human that I created 8 months ago, but I'm not feeling the best I've ever felt, and I want to. I'm really on a journey to get there. You know, I look back in life and think, when did I feel the most amazing I've ever felt? And when I look back, it's actually on the lead up to my wedding. That was like the time that I felt so amazing. I have mentioned about this previously, but I want to get back to that version of myself. You know, I want to feel good going into my 30s. AG1 have actually got a campaign at the moment that's called Don't Deny Your Age, Defy It. And I think that that's such a beautiful message to all of us, you know, is that we don't have to be defined by our age. It's just a number, isn't it? It's a number on a calendar and it is what it is. We can look after ourselves, look after our health, and even if, you know, physically we're not in the best health, we can look after our mental health, and I think that that's such an important thing to share here, and it's one of the things I'm trying to do so much. So I'm trying to support my mental health so that I can then support my physical health, because I think it all starts in our brain, and it's just about doing things that are easy and simple that help us to feel the best that we can. I think we've probably all been there at some point where we think, I'm gonna change my life, and you get up, you have an amazing day, then you go to bed and wake up the next day and you're straight back to your, can I help you? You're straight back to your usual habits. And that's one of the things about us as humans. You know, we are creatures of habit, creatures of comfort. And if things are too hard and they get too difficult, it becomes so easy to just stop them. So one of the things I love to do is to habit stack. So one of the things I've spoken about a lot on this channel is habit stacking, and it's such a vital tool when it comes to improving your health and well-being. Habit stacking is where you have habits that you usually do, things that are simple, easy, you know, straightforward. So for example, getting up, coming downstairs, opening the blinds, popping the kettle on, and then making yourself a cuppa and starting your day. all very easy, all natural, probably things we all do every day of our lives. What I'm trying to do is implement healthy habits. So my healthy habit is going to be drinking AG1. So I can come downstairs now, do my normal routine, open the blind, pop the kettle on, then instead of just standing there wasting time while the kettle boils, going into the fridge and I'm getting out my AG1 and I'm making myself a glass of AG1 to drink, and then I can make my coffee. What I will say is when I drink AG1, I tend to find I don't need the coffee. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm hydrating myself to start the day, and I feel like I'm really looking after myself on a cellular level, but I just don't crave the coffee as much. So it's one of the things I've been trying to do. I mentioned it in a past video that I still started my day with coffee. I'm really trying to stop because I have found that it does make a difference. When I have the AG1 first, I don't really need the coffee. And one of the things with AG1 is it doesn't cause that caffeine crash and that sugar crash like coffee does for me. Coffee, I have a real love-hate relationship with it. I love the taste of it, but I don't love what it does to my body. And I've had times in my life where I've never, I've not drank it and I feel great for it. And, I didn't need it, but I'm not at that point in my life anymore and I really want to get back to it. So hopefully by drinking AG1 that can help me. It actually has pantothenic acid, hopefully I'm saying that right. And that supports mental performance, whilst folate and niacin help to reduce tiredness and fatigue. And it has minerals like copper, chromium and phosphorus, which really help to unlock energy from food. So it's got loads of amazing things in it. And it's really, really good for hair, skin and nails. All things I need help with in my postpartum journey. My hair is wild at the moment. I literally have a full Bridgerton fringe and I want to get my nails back to feeling healthy and strong as well. They were so healthy and strong in pregnancy, and then, in the last few months with breastfeeding and just, being deep in the newborn trenches, they're not doing as well, but they're starting to feel a lot stronger, which is so nice. And that is down to AG1 containing vitamin A, biotin and zinc, which all contribute to the maintenance of normal skin. I think what I love about AG1 is it's simple, comprehensive, convenient. I need convenience in my life at the moment. Have we been there? I feel like I've been there many a time where I've got all good intentions, buy loads of supplements, stuff my cupboards full of them, and then I open the cupboard and everything falls out on me. It's just not the vibe, is it? It's not easy to do. And then you have to spend ages, sorting them out into little containers. And for me, in pregnancy, I developed a really strong aversion to taking tablets, and I'm still really struggling with it now. AG1, I feel like I can be confident and know I'm covered, that I'm getting 70 carefully selected ingredients every single day, and it's so easy to drink. Just pop the powder into the bottle, shake it up, drink it down, we're good to go. There's no rattling around in cupboards and, forgetting to get that one or do this. It's just easy, it's simple, it's convenient, and that's what I need as a new mum. I just need it to be streamlined and to not be something that I dread every day, which honestly, taking supplements and tablets is something I dread. I really, really actively dread it. Whereas I look forward to drinking AG1 because I think it tastes delicious. It's so refreshing to me and just such a lovely way to start my day. One thing I will mention too is they've got a money back guarantee. If you contact them within 30 days of your first purchase, if you're not happy, they will give you 100% of your money back, which is just amazing and I think speaks for itself, definitely. So you can go to drinkag1.com/living the life you love, or scan the QR code on the screen to get started on your order. You can get 20% off when you subscribe, as well as a free 1-year supply of AG vitamin D3, K2 and 5 AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. So yeah, thank you so much to AG1 for sponsoring this video, and you can sit there and know in confidence I'll be drinking this every single day as part of my routine, and it feels so good. What I want to do now is share with you my food haul. I went to the shop earlier and I went to Aldi for a change, and I want to share my healthy food haul with you all because I think that that's, what we take into our bodies, what we consume. It's vital, isn't it? Because how we fuel our bodies is how our bodies fuel us, If you don't eat good foods, then you don't feel good and you don't have good days. If you eat good foods, healthy, strong foods, you feel good too. So I will share that with you, and hopefully it inspires you if you need to do some food shopping yourself. I thought I would share a food haul. I went to Aldi this week and I actually saved a lot of money. So many of you have been saying to me to go there, and yeah, I thought, why not give it a go? So I didn't manage to get everything I wanted from there. There were some things that I probably need to nip to the shop for later in the week. There are also some things that are already in the fridge that I didn't need. So it's kind of like it's a weekly shop, but there are some things missing that I would usually buy. So we've got spinach. I'm going to be making some salads this week for my lunches and to try and have, in the evening as well. I really love spinach. It's one of my favourite things to have, and it's such an easy way to get more greens in as well. I've got some lemons to go. We're going to have a lemon chicken, like air fryer chicken, I suppose. I'll leave on the screen my meal plan for the week, and hopefully that can make sense of what I've bought. Some oranges for my little boy. We've got some green beans. These look really nice. I've got some asparagus. We all love asparagus. In the fridge I've got some corn on the cob, which again is so good for baby-led weaning, and we both love it too. I'm going to have that with our Nando's. Then we've got some strawberries, some raspberries, loving these in yoghurt at the minute and with porridge or Weetabix. I've got some flat mushrooms which I'm going to put into our spag bol, another easy way of getting in more vegetables without really even realising. We've got some piccolo tomatoes, love these in a salad. Avocados, I'm going to see how these go. I love my Tesco avocados. They're always ripe, they're always perfect. So hopefully these are too. We've got broccoli. We've already got some broccoli in the fridge, but I always love having broccoli. It takes 10 minutes to cook and it's a super easy way of getting in some extra greens. Then the dairy section, we usually get Actimel. Both me and Dom love Actimel. So we're going to give these ones a go and hopefully they're nice. I think they were a lot cheaper. Love these. I've not had these for ages and I saw them and I thought, yes, they're going to be so nice, either for breakfast or as a snack in the afternoon with some fruit. So it's like a vanilla yogurt with chocolate pieces in, so yummy. So I got 4 of those. I was clearly very excited about them. We've got caramelised hummus. We're going to have this with some wraps, and I also thought it might go nicely on my salads. Olives and feta cheese. I've actually got some feta. Is it feta? Oh no, it's cheddar. Oh, okay. Well, thankfully I've got some feta cheese in the fridge already, so that'll be lovely. And I love fresh olives so much. Got some cheese to go with pasta bake, and just to have in the house. I think it's always handy to have cheese, and we've just run out. Then we've got mince to make spag bol, 2 chopped tomatoes, and then I just chuck it in with some OXO cubes and a touch of Marmite. That is my secret recipe. And then bread-wise, I got these tortilla wraps, so we'll see how they are. They're the whole grain? No, seeded wraps, so hopefully they're nice. And then both in one. I stood for ages in the shop thinking, which bread do I buy? Anyway, I went for this one. It's mostly for my little boy. He's been loving toast lately, and it's really good for practicing his grip. So yeah, I thought I'd get that one rather than just the plain white. And then the crumpets tempted me. I thought these would make a gorgeous lunch. So a crumpet with an egg on top. Yum. These are Aldi ones, so they've been stamped. They've been stamped with Aldi, which I thought was really funny. Then I've got these to try. They tempted me at the end. Double chocolate skinny whip bars. Not the healthiest, but nice for a little bit of chocolate, I suppose, just for a change. And then I've got 2 packets of rice. I thought, again, easy to have for lunch, in a salad, or just, by themselves with some chicken or something like that. Really yummy. Or I could have them, in a wrap. I could do a lot with the ingredients I've got. I can just mix and match, which is what I love to do. Then the Best Buy section got me, so I got this pop-up book. He's been loving pop-up books lately, and this one was just such a good deal. He's going to absolutely love this. I've been looking for some more pop-up books, so this was perfect. And then the last thing was this little matchstick monkey bath floaty thing. I thought I'd have loads of fun with that. So yeah, that is my little haul this week, and this came to under £60, which I think is pretty amazing when I think that I've bought quite a lot of really nice veg, like asparagus, the green beans, fruits as well. I'm really, really impressed with that. So definitely going to keep trying to shop there when I can, because it makes a big difference, I think, overall throughout the month. Adding up those pennies, So this is the meal plan for the week. We've got Nando's salad, wraps, which is chicken with the old El Paso barbecue spice, so nice. And then I put a packet of rice in there, and we've got that with hummus. Then we've got teriyaki chicken and rice. Yum, that's one of my favourites. Spag bol, which I'm going to make a big batch of. Lemon and herb chicken and potatoes, which is literally just lemon, and some herbs, and then I leave it to marinate in the fridge, then put it in the air fryer. I'm probably going to make like roast potatoes with that. Leftover pasta bake from earlier in the week, and then we've got leftover spag bol that I'll probably pop in the freezer in the middle. So that is my plan. I like to keep it nice and simple so that it's not overwhelming, and kind of repeat a few meals as well. That way I just find it a lot easier. I made a promise to myself when I started back at the gym that if I was going to go to the gym 3 times a week, I was going to fuel my body properly, because I can't be living on fumes and working out at the same time. I've got to eat well, and I've got to eat higher protein foods. That's why you've seen things like yogurts and other foods like that. I just think that they really help to increase that protein intake when you're working out, and when you're, trying to go on a bit of a weight loss journey. It helps as well because you're a lot less hungry. So yeah, having like Greek yogurt really is helping, and adding sort of like beans and things to our foods and our meals is helping too. An extra little tip here, maybe I should do some weights while I'm at the gym as well, because this camera is heavy. One other thing is adding greens to every single meal, which is something I am terrible for. Meals like homemade Nando's, wraps, we have those so many times, even spag bol, and I never add something green to it. So I'm really trying to do it, and it's really easy. When I remind myself, it takes like 8 to 10 minutes for broccoli and beans to cook. How quick is that? It's not very long at all. So just chucking those in some water, in a pan, or steaming them so that we can have them alongside. It's also great because obviously we're doing a bit of baby-led weaning, so it means that he's got some extra goodness as well to have a little nibble on, and we're getting some good stuff too. So that's another huge change for us. It's just trying to get in those greens where we can. I think that greens, they've got so many little micronutrients and all sorts of good stuff in, and good fibre as well. So yeah, that's my extra little tip for you there. Welcome to another day. I am feeling so good today, and today's tip is that I am trying to get up and get ready for the day no matter what, and that could look like putting makeup on, it could look like not putting makeup on, but what it does look like is doing my hair all the time and getting dressed in clothes that make me feel good, rather than just going, you know, in any old clothes and not feeling the best, which I am very guilty of doing quite a lot of the time. So I tend to wait till my son goes down for his first nap and then I get ready for the day. So I kind of just spend my morning in my dressing gown, hoping that the postman doesn't come. Thankfully, it comes quite late in the afternoon. So it's just a really nice slow start to the day for me. And then yeah, today I've just got ready and basically a very simple makeup look. I've just not put foundation on, that's the only difference, because it's a very hot day today and I thought I just don't want to be like, I just don't want loads on my skin, but I do want to, I just wanted to feel nice today, and sometimes putting makeup on is that for me. It feels like a really nice thing to do, and other days I think no way, not doing that today, and I like to let my skin breathe. So all about balance, I think, and doing what feels right in the moment and on that very particular day. I was going to do this over a week, but I'm going to be real here. Yesterday I did not have a good day. I had a work from home day and I just felt really flat. I just didn't feel motivated, I didn't feel good, I didn't want to film myself, none of it. And I'm including this here because I'm going to have to merge today's footage. I was going to do like 2 days. I've got a hair on my face. But I'm going to just do, you know, today I'm going to go for a walk and share some more tips as well that I wanted to spread out over the week. But in honesty, I just had a bad day yesterday. And I think a lot of the time we see videos like this and people just have the most amazing time and they're super motivated and they're super on it. But I want to be real and say it's not always like that, is it? Sometimes we just don't feel good. And so as much as I'm trying to implement these healthy habits and things, there's some days that just don't go to plan. I think I didn't drink enough water, I went to bed a little bit too late, and I just woke up feeling really flat and just not great at all. But I turned my day around and today I'm feeling so much better. I went to bed with the determination that I would wake up feeling good today, and I do. And I think the sunshine definitely helps, doesn't it? So I woke up this morning and went downstairs. I had a play with my son, and then I made us both breakfast, and I'll share what I had for my breakfast because I think that's sometimes helpful. Breakfast is one of those things I'm really trying hard to have. I used to be such a breakfast person, and then now I've just got no appetite for breakfast at all. I don't know what's happened, but I'm really struggling with it. So I'm just sort of making breakfast and then I just pick at it, and sometimes I eat it all, sometimes I don't. But I'm finding that I'm treating myself a bit like a child. If I've got a lot of options, I tend to eat it. So today I had avocado on toast with some feta sprinkled on, which was so nice. Such a nice balance of carbs, fats, and that like salty deliciousness from the feta. And then I had some natural Greek yogurt with some honey and some fruit, which was really nice. And I wasn't going to have that, but I made my son the same thing minus the honey. And I thought, oh, that does look really refreshing actually. So that was my breakfast today. It's varying every day. If any of you out there have some good breakfast ideas, please tell me, because I am really struggling. Every day I make breakfast for my son and I just think, I really don't want that. I don't want Ready Brek. I don't want Weetabix. I don't know what it is that I want. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to start trying to make smoothies, but basically, long story short, breakfast, they say, is the most important meal of the day, and I have to agree, but it's also important to make a good choice for breakfast. And I think the day that I didn't feel great was because I kind of let breakfast slide a little bit too late, and I find that that really impacts my mood and my overall energy for the day. So waking up early, having my breakfast early sets me off on a good one. Then I'm dressed, I'm ready for the day. I can do anything I want to do. If I just want to run out to the shops, I don't need to worry about getting dressed or what I look like. I'm just ready to go. So that is my tip, which is a very, very simple tip, I know. But if you're like me and you've been in such a rut, sometimes it's one of the first things that we let slide. It's our appearance and how we want to show up in the world. So hopefully that's been a nice little kind reminder to feed yourself well and make yourself look nice, because if you feel like you look nice, I feel like it makes a big difference on your overall day. My next tip is to stop snacking after I've had my tea or like my last meal of the day. I am so bad for this. I go in phases where I'll have chocolate, cake, like all the delicious things, and it really doesn't serve me, and I kind of just keep eating and grazing until I go to bed, and it's never enough. Like there's always, I could always have a little bit more chocolate, a little bit more this, a little bit more that, and I've come to notice that it doesn't work well for me. And so I'm trying to give myself like 12 hours of fasting, so like intermittent fasting, but in a way that doesn't impact my hormones or like my health. So I'm going from sort of like 7 until 7 without eating, and it's just been so much better for me. I find that I just feel a lot less puffy in the morning, which is so nice. And I think it's because the foods I would gravitate towards, like chocolates and things, they are really salty and really sugary, and then they kind of dehydrate me through the night, and then when I'm dehydrated my body tends to hold on to water, and it just makes me so much more puffy, like around my eyes, like here. I see it so much. So what I've been doing instead is taking up a nice cup of tea. You'll all know if you've watched this channel a long time, I love a cup of tea. So I've got peppermint tea with honey, that's just what I love at the moment, but I do vary what I'm having. Take that up to bed with me, and that's really, really helping. So yeah, hopefully that's a good tip for any of you. And I think I tend to think that when I'm like snackish, I'm not hungry, I'm in the mood for something, you know, you just think, I could just eat something, and you don't know what the something is, so you'll eat anything instead of just grazing and trying to find something that will satiate that. I have a drink, so I'll have a big drink of my juice, I'll have a cup of tea, and then I'll see how I feel after that. And I tend to find, especially in the evening for me, it's just boredom. I'm just bored, and I'm boredom eating. And I'm also eating out of habit, you know, if I've been doing it for a while. So cutting that, nipping it in the bud, and we are having a nice cup of tea to take up to bed with me, and it just feels really nice, really comforting. And I think for me as well, you know, like when I said about habit stacking earlier in the video, it's one of those things for me. It's like, get ready for the night, you know, take my makeup off, get myself all ready, cosy, come downstairs, sort my son's bottles out for the next day, make a nice cup of tea and take it to bed. And I think it signals something in my brain to be like, ooh, we're winding down. And it does feel like that. It's just so cosy and lovely. So yeah, cheers. I always spray my pillow with this sleep spray. I mean, any kind of sleep spray would do. I got this when I was pregnant, and it's just like the most delicious thing. It smells so nice, and another one of those things that I think signals to my brain it's bedtime. So I'm trying to watch, I do watch telly in bed, and I keep thinking to myself, you should start reading, Kay, but I'm just not doing it, okay? It's okay. It's alright. Maybe in another part of life I will be someone who reads. But for now, at the end of the day, I just want to tune out and just be a vegetable in bed and just be cosy. So I'm trying to watch uplifting programmes. I am terrible for going in phases of watching dramas, and especially crime dramas. I love a good like serial killer documentary. I don't know what it is. I'm such a sensitive person as well, so it really impacts me like mentally. And I tend to have like nightmares and wake up in the night more, and I don't know why I do it to myself. I'm so like nosy, and I love programmes like that, but they're just not that great for me. And I've also realised that when I'm laid in bed at night and I'm watching something on telly, like a series, 9 out of 10 it's a terrible series, like not even interesting, not a good plot. Get to the end of it and think, well, that was a complete waste of time. They're always like 6 episodes long, sometimes longer. That's like 6 hours of my life that I would have wasted watching that programme, which is fine if you know you've got nothing better to do, but I would rather that 6 hours be something that was uplifting or motivating or inspiring. So I'm trying to watch more YouTube, or just watch more like upbeat programmes, you know, just like happy-go-lucky programmes that just aren't as dark, because I think that's going to have a big impact on me as well, you know, just making me feel a lot more optimistic, a lot more hopeful, and just keeping that light shining bright, you know, rather than, oh, I don't know, just bringing my energy down a level. The other thing I'm doing is I'm terrible for being on my phone in the evening, so hopefully this can, you know, give you something to think about as well. I've banned myself from TikTok. It's never really appealed to me, but if I do end up on there, I just end up in a wormhole. Like, I've just gone and I just lose hours to it, watching completely pointless things. I am terrible with Instagram as well, but I do love Instagram because I like to be able to share funny reels with my friends and family. But I do limit myself a little bit as well. So when I'm stuck scrolling in my phone and I'm stuck watching a series and it's cracking on into the night, I think to myself, if I stopped watching this right now, if I stopped looking at my phone right now, would the first thing I do tomorrow morning be to watch that programme? Would I be excited to watch that programme again? Would I be excited to go back on my phone, go back on TikTok, go back on Instagram and look at that person's feed again? Usually the answer is no. So why am I wasting my evening watching that thing, you know, where I could be enjoying sleeping? So that is the other thing I'm trying to do, is prioritise my sleep. Oh my goodness, sleep is so important. It impacts my mood and how I show up as a parent as well, and how I show up in life. And I think that that's one of the main drivers of this entire video, is, you know, prioritising ourselves so we can show up as our best selves to ourselves and to all the people around us, because that has an impact on everyone as well. So yeah, trying to prioritise sleep, trying to get that solid 8 hours. I feel really lucky that my little boy has started sleeping really well in the evenings, and I don't want to jinx it. You know, we do have teething issues, some nights go better than others, but generally he's sleeping for like 10 to 12 hours at night. But if he sleeps for 10 hours and he's in bed for like 7, and then he's waking up at 5 and I've not gone to bed till 12, well, I've only had 5 hours of sleep. And let me tell you, I am in zombie mode for the day, and then it carries on into the rest of the week. So what I'm trying to do instead is go to bed early, and then if he wakes up earlier, it's not the end of the world, and I still feel rested and I still feel good. At the minute as well, it's a complete side note, but we've got the fan on because it's so hot at night time and the cats can't come on the bed. And we all know Rory, my lovely cat, is very, very vocal, and he's not happy about it. He loves his morning cuddles on the bed. And so instead of getting cuddles, what he does is from about 4 a.m, he just shouts. So he's interrupting my sleep as well. So I've got one of my babies sleeping through, and then the other one started waking up, as is life. So yeah, basically, long story short, prioritising sleep in this season of life is important to me. I've noticed that I just feel a lot better when I get that solid sleep, and I get that sleep before 12. So trying to get myself ready for bed by at least 10 o'clock to be asleep before 10:30. Ideally, even if I go to sleep at 11, I notice that I'm so much more tired, and it doesn't matter if we're up at 6 or 7, you know, 7's quite late actually these days, 5:30, 6, whatever. It's fine, you know. So he goes to sleep usually somewhere between 6:30 and 7:30, and then I kind of come up here about 8 o'clock and just chill, you know. I have my cup of tea that's still scalding hot, and I just zone out and just give myself a few hours, and I think that that's the best thing. And I do find the days where he's going down later, I try and claw back that time now, so I watch more TV, I stay up that little bit later because I feel like I've been robbed of my evening in a way. I think that's like the mental part of it. It doesn't feel like that in the moment obviously, but some part of me is like that, you know, you think, oh, I need to get those hours back. I would rather get those hours back tomorrow and feel better in myself in the morning than stay up late and then just have a really horrible day tomorrow because I just feel so tired and I need about 20 coffees to keep me going. So there you go, real talk for you. I hope that this video has been interesting and insightful as to how I'm trying to level up my life a little bit, especially as a new mum, if any of you can relate to that. But I'm hoping that the tips I've shared are relatable to everybody, no matter what phase of life you're in, because we all deserve to feel our best. That's what I truly, truly believe. So hopefully you've taken something away from it. You'll have to let me know down below what you've taken from it, what you're going to start to try and think of. Also, let me know who you're watching on YouTube so that I can find some good people as well. Anyone who shares similar content to me, or just like homely vlogs, you know, they're just what I love to watch. Just something cozy, something easy to watch, something chill. So let me know down below. Don't forget as well to check out AG1, who are offering a year's supply of vitamin D3 and K2 and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. I'll leave all their links on the screen, everything down below. I highly recommend checking them out. As I said, they're a huge part of my routine going forward, and I'm just, yeah, I'm excited for myself that I'm prioritising myself, and I think it's a really good, it feels really good. It's going to be up and down, because that's just life, isn't it? You know, we go in phases, sometimes we're on it, sometimes we're not, but I'm hoping that I have more good days than bad days going forward, and hopefully you do too. That being said, I hope you'll have an amazing rest of your day. Hope you can take this video into your day and find something positive from it, something to apply to your life, and yeah, I'm wishing you all the best. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye.